I'm just fine.
Hello?
Yeah?
You here?
I hear you.
You're on the air.
Listen to me.
Yeah, you did just fine.
It wasn't a weak performance. What are you talking
You're,
about?
you're crazy. You were fine on the air. It
What
was
are you
funny.
talking about?
I
What are you
guess-
talking about?
I'm saying, I know you came back, which is good, but because Gary said, hey, Dice felt like, he didn't give you 100%.
Who said that?
Gary.
Well, how does he know what I'm thinking? I'm in California over here.
Yeah.
You're over there.
Yeah.
And now I'm being told about Gary. You hear me now?
I hear you.
I hear
Now I
you.
am more wide awake. I've been talking every jerk off on the line.
Yeah, I know. We've been listening
We
in.
listened in.
We listened
We
to all.
got these guys in Baltimore banned for life.
Oh, yeah. Were those guys from Baltimore who put on Kinnison?
No, I think it was Houston.
Houston? What did they do?
Yeah.
They threw Kinnison on with you?
Well, they tried to.
What happened?
You know, I feel bad for Sam. It's a shame, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, you know, everything that's happened for him, you know, it's terrible. Well, what are you going to do?
Here we go.
You know, I got my own life I got to worry. You know, I mean, he's a talented individual, but, you know, sometimes things just don't work out.
So what happened? They threw him on, and then Dice started screaming at him, and they started screaming at each other?
No,
I don't think
no,
it was that
you know, I said a little ditty,
Yeah.
and, you know,
They-
and I hung up on the guy. I mean, I don't need him.
Good. All right. All right. Take it easy.
I'm
hear?
over here. Yeah, I'm out of my mind already.
We listened in from time to time, so we heard you doing all your interviews.
No, now I got lines of black women hanging outside this room waiting to meet me.
Oh, you wanted them.
I love them.
What did we do? We jumped in on you at one point. What was he saying about black women?
Well,
That they
I love
do
black
you
women
and then they do your room or
Yeah, right. They do you, and then they do your room. What are you doing all that good material? What are you doing all...
Black girl is that they make up the friggin' room when you're done. I mean, what's so wrong with that? You
Oh,
ain't gonna
boy.
get a Jewish chick to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I hear you.
You know, and now I'm with this chick over here. She's yelling, "Aren't you gonna use birth control?" I said, "Yeah, your mouth." I mean, what do I gotta go through over here? You fella, I'm over there with the Thai pet food, you know.
I know.
Got loads to drop, Howard.
I hear you. I hear you.
You hear me?
I hear you. Anyway,
Very good.
I hear you.
I'm so glad I'm back. I feel like I'm home when I talk to you guys. I mean,
Hey,
some of these imbeciles.
I know. I
you
heard what was going on. We listened in. We listened in.
Jesus H. Christ.
Hey, Jackie, you here?
I hear you.
You hear?
You here, Jackie?
I'm over there.
You're there. You follow?
If downtown Ronnie's listening to this, he'll go out of his mind. But he's probably over at the Paddock. You hear?
Hey, Dice, what do you make of this whole John Gotti thing?
I
Why
was
did...
gonna say, do all of his friends have nicknames like, you know?
Are you like a mafia guy?
Oh, me?
Yeah, and
I don't know nobody.
in the sense that you're...
I'm over here.
You got Noodles there. You
Yeah.
got
I got
Downtown
noodles.
Ronnie.
Don't you sort of...
Hot Tub Johnny.
Squiggy Stubbs over here.
Tell me some of your friends' names. Like what? Like your girlfriend. What's her name?
Trini Bonini Mozzarella Avinacini.
Right, and you're
I mean,
Dice.
that's a normal name.
What I'm saying is that you're sort of like a mafia guy in a way, because you have those names like No Nose and all that kind of stuff. You
know,
fancy yourself sort of like a mobster.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I mean, who you with?
No, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying. Hey, I was just reading your.
Well, he's right, Jackie the Joke Man.
I was just reading your. Yeah, exactly. Jackie the Joke Man has a nickname. It's a stupid
what is
nickname. It's Jackie the Joke Man. Hey, how's Louis the Penis?
I thought you couldn't say those things.
You can't. You can. I can. Hey, Dice, I was just reading here the 10 top. I read this to Robin for a reason, because her boyfriend's on the list
I don't
too.
have a boyfriend. I'm waiting for Dice. I want to be the first
You know who
black
Robin's
woman
dating?
with him. I'm not
First,
dating
well,
anyone.
You're late, baby.
You know who Robin's dating? Penn
Who
of
you
Penn and
dating?
Teller.
I am
Penn and
not.
Teller. Both
It's a
of them?
lie.
Yeah, both
I'm
of them.
doing both of them.
The
yeah.
other one's quiet though.
Well, with those new bosoms you got, you could do a troop, baby.
Baby. Hey, no, but I was reading the list of top 10 grossing variety acts.
Yeah.
You're #1 for your concert at Madison Square Garden, which is the tape. You're selling the CD.
I got the plaque.
850,000 in one night.
I know.
Then you're number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
That must feel good.
David Copperfield's #2, and then Penn and Teller was #3 with a 300,000 gross, but for 8 nights.
So what are we saying?
What I'm saying is you made $1.8 million in 7 nights.
Yeah, huge.
Well,
Hey, I think you got more than Rick Rubin. Yeah,
look how you only want to talk cash.
$1.8 million.
it
Think of the
impresses
filth.
us. It
Think of the dirt.
impresses us.
Think
You got
of
a
the
lot of
garbage
money.
I got to put together to make that kind of money.
Isn't it funny? Isn't it kind of? We talk about this on the phone sometimes. Isn't it kind of weird? Like all the garbage that you do, and then all of a sudden, 1.8 million in 8
Yeah,
nights?
makes sense.
How cool
Unbelievable.
is that? How cool
But
is
you
that?
gotta know how to do it funny, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm not saying everybody has the gift.
But you feel
I
like
mean,
sort of an
a lot
idiot
of people
sometimes.
don't know about banging chicks in a toilet. You know what I mean?
But if you
A
see
lot of
that,
guys will take them, they'll go, oh, let's go in the bedroom.
Right.
Let's go in the living room. I take them right to the toilet, right?
Have you
this way
actually-
you're close to the urinal for that after leak.
Oh,
you know what I'm
boy.
saying?
You've actually...
You gotta think
All right,
creative
look.
banging.
Okay, man. All
calm
I-
down. I'm just saying, when you see that on a piece of paper, it looks kind of stupid.
Hey, Dice, where were you at 7:30? It's like
What do you
shot
mean?
out of a cannon now.
No, well, you know, I had
He's
to wake
awake
up
now.
over there.
Yeah, now before I go, hey, Dice, how you doing? All right,
I was
G.
having some
Come
of that
over
damn
here.
I'm
You
over
over
here.
there.
food.
I'm here with Rick Rubin.
I'm here with Rick Rubin and Noodles, and I can't mention some of the other people here.
What do you think of what happened with John Gotti? You afraid to talk about John Gotti? Would you? Are you one of those
I
guys?
don't know John Gotti. You
But-
know what I mean?
You see?
We don't either, but we have opinions.
See what I mean? Like Dice knows. Like Dice, let me ask you something. If you had to do jury duty,
Yeah.
all right? If
Yeah,
you had to
fella.
do okay. If you had to do jury duty, and they said to you, because I was just discussing this with Robin, and they said to you, okay, we're trying to select a jury for a mafia trial.
Well,
Wouldn't
they
you-
don't say that. They say this is a racketeering trial involving Peter Gotti.
Yeah, John Gotti's brother. What would you say? You'd say innocent, right?
I would say I'm doing the garden that night. I work a lot.
Yeah, right. In other words, you're a one-man business, and there's only one way to work, and
You
you need to
gotta
be
be
excused.
I don't know what you're even talking about. Gotti, this, that. You know what I mean?
Well, his chauffeur was just knocked off.
See, Dice is from... Did you know that Gotti's chauffeur was knocked off?
Rubbed out, you know.
I got to take an hour for lunch.
Look at it. You see what I mean?
See, he won't even discuss this.
Because he's from Brooklyn and stuff, and he
Because
knows
I'm not
about
involved with that stuff.
this.
you
Yeah,
know?
you're just
I
an
mean,
entertainer.
Yeah, I mean, aren't you?
No.
You're the one with the heavy security system, not me.
There you go. Yeah, I'm talking to Dice on the phone one night, and it's 3 in the morning, and the rain hits my house, and the security system goes off. I hang up. He thinks I've just been killed.
And I call back just to check.
Yeah, 4 in the
that was
morning.
nice.
Yeah, nice. 4 in the
You know,
morning.
I always love that line. You know, when somebody leaves your house and they've had like 25 drinks,
Yeah.
and you go, call me when you get home.
Yeah.
Call
Like,
me if.
what happens if the call doesn't come?
You get
You know, I
nervous.
mean,
You
guess
hear?
they didn't make it.
Hey, you hear me?
You hear me now? You had to hear this one, right? I'm over there. We're flying to L.A., you fella.
Yeah. I follow
And I
you.
see
I hear you.
Robert Wagner
Oh, you saw Robert
Yeah.
Wagner, yeah?
RJ.
on the plane over there.
Natalie Wood's husband.
Well, now,
Well-
Jill St. John.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jill St. John, she's sitting over there. You follow me?
Go ahead.
So I walk over.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, Mr. Wagner, I'm Dice. And he's looking at me like, who? You know, I guess he ain't following comedy or something. So he's going, well, nice to meet you anyway. So now the guy's, you know, I got to like throw him roses.
Right.
He's wearing the crown. And I'm like, well, I really liked you on the thief thing as Alexander Monday, the whole thing there, but. And now his wife, Jill St. John, she's looking at me like, who's this jerko?
Oh, like she never heard of
like-
you.
You know, well, can I buy you a drink? And he's like, well, I don't drink. And I'm like, well, how far you want to take this thing, you hear? I mean, I'm over there, and you're over here.
Yeah.
You fella?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's the whole thing
So
there.
it didn't work out?
No, I mean, this is what you're asking me about celebrities.
Yeah.
Now I go into Giuseppe Franco's joint over there,
Yeah.
and I see, you know, Barbara Streisand.
Right.
You know, and I walk over, like, nice. You know, she's doing the whole thing with the hair, there thing, that thing, but. And I walk over, and I'm like, Barbara Streisand, you know, I'm Dice. You know, and I'm trying to be nice. Hey, you want to go get coffee, hang out with me for a while? And she's like, no, you know. And I'm like, you know, I don't want to sleep with the chick. I mean, she's got a lazy eye, you know?
That
I'm
is
over
true.
there. I'd be on top, and all of a sudden the eye goes.
What
I
about...
gotta like, hey, Barbara, I'm over here. You hear?
You
Try
hear
to
me?
get it back.
I'm over here. You
Yeah,
hear?
yeah.
The eye's going like a slot machine now.
Hey,
And
Jackie.
I don't know which way to turn with the money up. You know?
Hey, Jackie, you here?
We could pick off San Jose, man. What a vibe.
What a vibe.
Oh, dear.
What do you think of this whole Kennedy thing?
We could slam dunk Houston. I mean, where we going with this thing?
What do you think of this Kennedy thing?
I think I gotta take an hour for lunch.
Really, you don't
Can't
comment
talk
on that?
about the Kennedys either?
You're nervous about that?
I'm not nervous about now. All of a sudden, I got the whole world on my shoulders.
All right.
Worry about the
We
Gaudis,
need your
the
guidance.
Kennedys.
And what
You
was
know,
this?
I got a family I got to feed over there. You
What
know?
was the next story you were going to bring up, Robin?
Well, I was talking about fetal transplant.
Fetal transplant. What's your vibe on that?
If it works, you know, give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Really?
Right.
You would do that?
You would do that.
What?
You would
mean
have your
like
fetus-
transfer the fetus from one vaginal area to another?
Yeah.
Well, they were trying to cure a genetic disorder in
What
a
do they do? Like
developing
put a
fetus.
tube that it goes through? I mean, you know.
All right.
So
listen.
they took some cells from an aborted fetus
Yeah.
and injected them into the other fetus.
They're here.
I hear you.
They're over there.
I'm here, and the fetus is over there.
Pregnant.
Hey, Dice, the fetus is here, and I'm over there.
You're here.
Yeah.
I hear you.
I hear you. All right, listen.
Fella.
Dice's new album. Sperm is over there. I'm here.
No, that's not the name of the album.
Now, the name of the album is Dice Live at Madison Square Garden. If you want to hear Dice's incredible Madison Square Garden show, the one that grossed $850,000 in one night.
And is quite filthy.
It's in the record stores right now, right?
Well, I would
Yes,
hope.
it is.
I would hope.
No, wait a second. I stumped you.
No, it's in the record store. Well, over there, you could go get it right now.
What's the matter,
If you're
Rick?
fast.
Rick, you made $90,000 for CBS, and you haven't
Rick's not
coordinated.
here anymore.
Yeah, he didn't coordinate the distribution of your record with your interviews.
No, Rick's not here anymore.
Oh, all right.
You
I was
gotta
gonna
follow.
yell.
He had to go to the bathroom and relieve himself.
All right.
You
All right.
follow?
Dice,
What?
look forward to your new album, and when you're in New York, come see us.
Well, you know I'm gonna do that.
All right.
You
I'm gonna
better.
bring a few of my friends up there just to straighten things out.
You here?
You hear me now?
All right.
Unbelievable.
I'll speak to you later.
What are you gonna do now?
We're going to do the news. You want to do it with us?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Okay.
All right,
What's going on?
I was talking about this because, you know, we're always talking about these efforts to transplant eggs or artificial insemination. You say all of this is wrong. Well, now they're trying to fix genetic disorders by injecting aborted fetus into developing fetus
I don't
inside
get
the
it.
human body.
Do you understand this? This is so wrong. Would
think
you
that
ever
is a complete falsehood.
listen? Let me ask you something. If you couldn't have a baby, all right? You just had a baby,
Well, I
right?
can't have a baby. I
All
got
right. If you
two
couldn't,
gonads and a stem. You know what I mean?
all right. Now, hey, wait a second. If you couldn't have a baby, okay?
I follow.
Would you allow a doctor? Would you go to a doctor's office and create a sperm sample in his office? Have a turkey baster inject your wife with a sperm. Do you think that that's right?
I don't know if I could actually sit in front of a doctor and, you know, shake the hammer. You know what I mean?
I understand. I got you.
You know, if they put in a porno movie, gave me a few penthouses to read or something, you know, then I get the job done.
Now,
No
Robin,
question.
what
Well,
you're
this
saying
baby
now?
has Hurler's disease.
I mean,
No, wait a
it's
second.
tough enough. You know, you got to sell your penis on the fantasy.
All right, listen. Hold it a second. Just wait a
You know,
second.
guy in
with
a
the-
white coat
wait.
over there.
All right, calm down with the penis for
and
a
the
second.
family involved, they've lost 2 children already.
What you're saying is, Robin, inside the womb.
Yes.
Follow this, Dice. You hear?
I hear you. Charming.
Charming. Take the.
Once again, pleasing his fans with that class.
If you take a fetus, in other words, a woman has a fetus inside her.
Right.
They find out it's got Hurler's disease.
Yeah. Hurler's
What is that?
syndrome.
They take the baby, they hurl it out of her body into another body.
Oh, I hear you.
I never heard of Hurler's disease.
Neither have I. I think it's some
I
kind
never heard
of
of
bone
her.
marrow
You hear? You
thing.
heard her? I heard her.
Hey,
You hear?
Dice grossed $850 in one night. Don't you think he'd have heard about Hurler's disease?
I heard about it. Earl,
So,
I had to get some sun. Day, get it?
so. Well, you really woke up from those other radio stations,
I
I'll
don't
tell
know
you.
what happened. I'm drinking this here coffee over there. You know, they got good coffee here.
All right, so you take a woman's fetus.
Well, it's in her, yes.
Okay, you find out it's got a disease.
Yes.
You remove the fetus from the woman.
No, I don't think you do.
What do you do?
I think you
I
inject
think
this
you got to
inside.
shake her.
You inject what?
I think you inject something into her, into the fetus through her.
Oh, I'm not opposed to that. Why don't you say that?
Sure, this is
Well,
what
you know
people
what's
wanna hear right in the
complicating
morning.
this?
Yeah.
That this particular couple is against abortion.
Uh-huh.
But because they wanted to save their own child, they allowed them to take the cells from an aborted fetus.
Oh, man.
Now, either you're against abortion or you're not.
Right. Right, Dice.
Meanwhile, Dice, what about the
Put
Kurds?
that on my shoulders.
Dice, what about the Kurds?
What about the Kurds?
Curvature of the spine?
No, Kurds, come on. You know about this.
You know those
Yeah.
guys over in Iraq
You read the
Yeah.
papers, you hear?
getting
Yeah.
their butts kicked by Saddam Hussein, and we left them.
I hear
Now,
you.
President or Senator Kennedy says that we have to show some compassion and go over there and help him out.
Yeah, show compassion for the people in your compound first. Compound compassion. Hey, listen,
And the president is saying, look, this is an internal situation. It's a civil war that's been going on for years, and I'm not going to see American boys and girls go over there and get involved in this.
let me ask you something, Dice. You were for the war?
Was I for the war?
Yeah.
I wasn't for it. I backed it, but I don't like it.
Okay. Now, I'm
You know what
saying,
I
were
mean?
you for the boys going over there?
Um,
You hear?
I gotta take an hour for lunch.
What is this? You're not political at all? What do you mean? You
I
have
don't like
political
to get
views.
Well, you
involved with
wanted
that
to
stuff.
go over there and entertain
You know,
the
I'm a
troops.
comic. If I wasn't a comic, I'd run for president. Then I'd have to have a view.
All right, now
The
listen to
only
me.
view I gotta think of is the view of some girls behind in my face. You follow?
The president happens to be correct about this Kurd thing. Now, let me tell you why. You follow?
I hear you.
The Kurds, the way I see it, he's right. This is an internal affair. We cannot step into every... They invaded Kuwait. We got them out of Kuwait. That was the mission.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know-
how far you want to take this thing.
Right. As soon as we start now going into countries, you know all the peaceniks are going to start screaming that we shouldn't have done that. All
Well,
of a
they're
sudden...
now screaming that we got to help the Kurds.
Yeah, don't believe them. Because the second we go in and if things go wrong, they'll be screaming we shouldn't have gone in. The president can't get involved in it. This persecution of the Kurds has been going on forever. You understand me, Dice? You hear?
I hear every word you're saying.
Well, I'm not afraid to speak out on this. I want to hear your opinions.
Okay, well, let me talk about something Dice could comment on.
No, I want
something
Dice-
a little less political. You know that...
You see how he likes to push me into things. You know, that's how Howie works.
Yeah, right.
He's got to just keep pushing.
Right, you know.
I'm
You
going to
hear?
help you out here.
You hear? All right, here's something you can comment on.
You're against sex abuse in the schools, aren't you, Dice?
What are
Yes,
you,
I
a
am.
homo?
Yes, I am.
What, is she a homo? You hear?
I'm against sex abuse
I
in the
had
home.
to check. I had to check.
He's for sex
in
abuse
school.
in school. You're for
Yeah, I'm
sex
against
abuse
that,
at home.
too.
Why? You've abused women at school.
No, never.
You're for the abuse of women or against it?
Against it.
All right, there you
Okay.
go.
There's a guy, Anthony Romaine, who's 43. He pleaded guilty last month to one count of first-degree sexual abuse
Of lettuce.
of children. And he said he was fondling 3 girls, all 11 or younger.
You ever had an 11-year-old, Dice?
No, I have not.
He was fired
Yeah.
from PS 59 in Williamsburg immediately after his arrest. But the judge in the case has already promised him 5 years probation as long as he stays in counseling. But he's had a history of fondling little girls in his classrooms for years.
You
What it
hear?
is, he's just got to build his confidence and go with real women now.
That's right.
That's his whole problem. He's going through a midlife crisis.
Well, you know, the lawyer for the guy said, look, we're talking here about this latest case. He touched a little girl's backside, but she was fully clothed. Now, how
Yeah.
can we talk about putting this
I
guy
hear.
in jail?
I don't get it.
It's
now,
amazing.
now he's a
No,
Girl
if the guy's
Scout leader.
perforated, he should be put in jail. That's the way it is.
That's right.
You know?
Oh,
Yeah,
now-
I mean,
well.
perforated people are out there.
See, the Kurds you won't talk about, but this is you're an expert.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Meanwhile-
not over there. You hear? I never seen a Kurd.
Over in Queens, the priest, Father Enrique,
Hey, Father Enrique, you hear?
Oh, now you're talking about. I can't talk about that.
Hey, isn't he with you in the studio, Father Enrique?
Who you with?
Huh? What are you?
Father
What's going on here now?
Enrique was found guilty
He's found naked in a closet.
last month of
Hey, everybody's
sexually
does
abusing
Merv Griffin.
an 8-year-old boy
No, yeah.
and abusing 2 brothers of the boy. But the parents in the area are now upset. They want to sue
I wonder why.
the Catholic Church because they say the church tried to cover it up. They were more interested in keeping the father out of court than about taking care of these boys. So they're a little upset with the church. They say they didn't care about that at all.
That's
they
why
were just
I always
trying
say,
to
you
hide
know,
the whole
these-
thing.
These guys should get out more often. You know what I mean?
Dice, you know Merv?
You get demented staying in the house all the time.
Did you ever meet Merv?
No,
Okay.
I have not.
All right. Well, I just thought it was interesting. The parents got really upset when they saw this guy in the courtroom,
Yeah.
Father Enriquez, who had abused their kids, and he bowed to them and made the sign of the cross.
Oh, great.
That's what really upset them.
Did he give him a power shower?
I don't know exactly what he was into, but they're upset that he's getting a light sentence as well. Apparently, they're not cracking down on these people like they should. Remember Token, the dog who was posthumously named after being hit by a subway train?
Now, Dice, you were upset about this, right?
I wouldn't remember.
You're against animal abuse, right?
Yes, I am.
Well, now they have transcripts of what the motormen and the guys on the trains were saying, and apparently they were joking about collecting a fare from Token just before they hit him and wiped him out.
Token at the time was writing a book about Merv.
What is Token? A dog we're talking about now?
Yeah, it was
Dead
a dog.
dog.
This is where the show went from talking about
People to
girl
dogs.
is over there.
Let me tell you
So-
something. This dog thing is so out of control. The subway guy hit a dog on the subway train tracks, right? Did you hear about this? You hear?
No,
No,
I
he-
missed this one.
So for the last 10 months, I think, the front page of the paper has been about the stupid dog. There are
Hey, look.
people dying every day. People worry about a stupid dog.
Yeah, I can't even listen to this about a dog.
You hear?
Not that I got no sympathetic feelings towards a dog. I've been an animal lover ever since I was a kid. You follow?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I brought
for
this
a
up
dog to
because-
get the front page of a newspaper
Over people.
over people over there, and you got the curlers over there fighting. Who am I gonna go with?
But I brought this up because it is getting ridiculous. They can't release the name of the motorman because he's been getting death threats.
Can you imagine that?
The
People
motorman over a dog.
people who love dogs are threatening a human life.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
and-
want to talk about the spider that I ripped out his legs last night for walking in my living room.
Yeah, there you go.
And yesterday I'm watching the news, and I understand there's the Soviet ice skating troupe in the country,
Yes.
and they have some skating bears. And now the animal rights people are protesting, and they want people to boycott the Soviet troupe as it goes across the country because they
Idiots.
said the skating, making the bears
Real
skate
idiots.
is undignified.
Yeah, all right. All right, listen to me. That's like your boyfriend Penn has a duck in his play,
Oh, jeez.
and the animal rights people said it was undignified for the duck to be in the
They
play.
didn't treat the duck like a duck.
Yeah. Now, hey, listen, let me tell you
You gotta
something.
treat the duck like a person.
Soon it will be, if you kill a fly, you will go to jail. This is so out of control. What is wrong with some bears ice skating?
The bear looked like he was having a good time.
Dice, you got
They're
some...
idiots, these people.
Don't you have bears in your act that ice skate? You were
Oh.
telling me, you hear?
I got a Vietnamese band.
Is that right?
No.
Don't
Do
you
I
have a
have a Vietnamese band?
Don't you have a bunch of Viet Cong who ice skate through your show?
Viet Cong on skates.
Merv told you to do it?
I never met Merv. That
Meanwhile-
question's been asked and answered.
I see here that Lorne Michaels is getting married. Did you see this?
Hey, Lorne Michael, your buddy, Dice.
Yeah, well, I got nothing with Lorne.
I don't like him.
Who you know his
Why not?
assistant, Alice Barry?
No, I want to know why you don't like Lorne. I mean, you always ask me this, that.
All right,
this,
I'll
that.
tell you then. I was at NBC for several years, and I had requested a audition for Saturday Night Live, and Lorne would not talk to me. So
Well,
he
maybe
could
he didn't want you on the show.
Okay. I don't like him.
Why?
Who is he?
Well,
What,
it's
I
his
can't
show.
audition? I cannot have an audition?
But now you got your own show.
I don't care. I can't have an audition? What, that's such an insult for a guy who's a performer? Can't have an... what is this? Too busy for me?
Well, how
Pompous.
long ago was this? Was
That's
this
why
before
every
you
week... That's why every week when I go on TV and kick his ass, I take special pride and pleasure in it.
Was this before you were Howard Stern like?
No, I was Howard Stern.
Like,
You hear?
You were already Howard Stern.
That's right.
That's okay.
no,
All
we
right.
can't.
That's a genital
For
thing.
some reason, I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah, that's bad for us. Anyway, he's marrying some woman named Alice Barry. Did you meet her?
See, I just had a bleep Dice, but that's the kind of stuff that's uncrucified by the FCC.
Yeah, you could hear
Beep
that.
scumbag.
Hey, ease
Oh,
up.
man, come on. Give
I
us a
don't
break.
believe this.
What do you want from me?
What's happening?
Do I
thought
write the
New York
rules?
was hip.
Do I write the rules? Do I write the rules?
Well,
don't you
what's going
understand?
on there with
don't
you?
you
Why can't you-
understand that everyone else in the country has one set of rules and they make
3
it?
months ago, you were saying it.
Wait a second, please. All right, Robin, finish the news, please.
Well, anyway, I was just saying he's
I
marrying
know I'm going to
his
curse. I could feel it coming.
26-year-old assistant. He's 44. And guess what? They're going to Paris to tie the knot.
Yeah, that's not too funny. They ought to do a sketch about this old man marrying a 26-year-old girl. Him and Ed McMahon ought to go to paradise together. Lorne Michaels.
Anyway. You know, they've come up with a new one of these celebrity group songs.
Oh, yeah? Dice,
Yeah.
are you in any of those? Like
What?
Give Peace a Chance, the celebrity songs? Has anybody
No.
approached you on that?
They don't
No.
let you in these things, huh?
Did
I
Sean
told you, I
Lennon?
changed my number.
Did Sean Ono Lennon approach you on that?
No, they haven't gotten to me yet, but I'm sure the
They
call
will.
will come.
The call will
This
come.
one's on recycling. And it's to inaugurate National Recycling Day.
Oh, well, Earth Day's coming again.
That's right.
See, Dice used to get called for a lot of that stuff, but now all of a
Yeah.
sudden, since Saturday Night Live, right?
Earth Day's coming.
All your little, all those little Hollywood
Friggin' Earth
friends,
Day.
they all
If they
go.
would have cleaned up last year, there wouldn't be a friggin' Earth Day this year.
Well, this video
That's why I throw
features-
my cigarette butts out the window all year long, because I know those idiots are going to clean it up.
Why should you clean it up?
I still see Pampers. I still see styrofoam cups.
Right?
They're so full of crap, they don't know. Scum buckets. Can you say that?
Yeah.
Well, this one features Pat Benatar, B.B. King, Quincy Jones, Stevie Wonder, Barry White, Ozzy Osbourne, Natalie Cole, Charlie Daniels, Lita Ford, Dr. John,
Nancy Sirianni Martling.
Lieber and Stoller. Who's that? Tone
You're
Loc,
people that couldn't get a record deal for the last 10 years. That's who it features.
Yeah.
Loggins,
That's what I think.
Bette Midler, Randy Newman, Queen Latifah,
Queen Latifah, Dice. What do you think of
Brenda
her?
Russell,
Never heard of her.
Not my
Ricky
queen.
Van Shelton.
Ricky Van Shelton, you know him?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So here we have a little bit of the song.
You want to hear some of the song?
I dig black chicks.
What's it called?
It's called Yakety Yak, Take It Back.
What is this song about?
It's a recycling song.
All right, this is You Should Recycle. All right, here it is.
You like it so far?
Dice is dancing around the room.
I actually like the beat.
Rick Rubin produced.
Black feel. Yeah, I feel it now. I'm getting into this. Yeah. Okay. But I'm rapping.
What, every
I'm
song
rapping.
every song has to be a rap?
Yeah.
No, of course.
I dig the vibe.
You like rap music, Dice?
Yeah, well, now that I changed my whole ways about,
Now that you're with so many
they
black
call me
women.
D Money now.
Where's Pat Benatar? I don't hear her singing this.
Just recycle.
That's it. Sing for me, sister.
We're not gonna rock and roll no more.
See, Robin's getting excited over there now.
Don't be no square, don't be no chump.
I don't hear Pat Benatar.
I don't hear either.
Don't make this earth a garbage dump.
That's Queen Latifah.
Maybe.
It's pretty hip.
You like
No.
it, huh? I'm going to send it to you.
Will you now recycle?
I dig the vibe.
My kids have been asking
Will I
me to
recycle?
Yeah.
Yeah, will you separate
it's
the
about
newspapers?
recycling?
Yeah.
I don't listen to the words. I just listen to the beat and the bass line.
Taking your
You follow?
cans back.
Every song sounds the same now. Every rap
Well,
song.
it's all, it's all the rap.
It's all this wild African rhythm.
Now, you know you're sounding
That's
like
right.
your parents,
Yeah.
Howard.
I'm
No,
into
I'm not. I
that.
could get into some of it. I buy some of those rap records. Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know,
Hey.
your parents used to say that about the Beatles and the Rolling Stones.
Oh, come on. Wait a second. You're an educated woman. Come on. Does this sound like every other rap song? Come
Well,
on.
I particularly resent all these
it's not
songs
rap,
where
it's got more
everybody
of a
has to
funk.
have one line.
Right.
You know, you get so many people in it,
Yeah.
and everybody gets to sing one line, like "We Are the World."
And what are we supposed to do?
Good stuff.
Get Crip Notes so we can understand what's going on?
And know who's singing.
And why isn't Dice asked to be a part of
Yeah,
this?
they're going to recycle. Let's see what they do with toilet paper.
I can see Tone Loc recycling, can't you?
You know what this reminds me of? They all got together, these celebrities, to sing about the voting, to get together to do public service announcements about voting. None of them voted. You understand? You hear me?
Hey, now.
You hear me now?
You hear me now?
Hey, you hear?
All right.
hear you.
Is that it, Robin?
That's it. That's enough.
That's the news, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Hey, who's
That's
mumbling
right.
back there? Noodles?
Yeah, Noodles is, he's getting delirious over here.
Hey, is Noodles your pal there who got with the pipe bomb?
No. Oh, yeah, he was there.
Hey,
He was in
Noodles,
the
what
house.
happened there?
I didn't really get much press on it, Howard, but I was there.
What happened?
A loud explosion, a lot of glass flying, a lot of nerves shattered.
Dice, it was one of your friends, right? The guy got a pipe bomb in his window.
I wouldn't know.
He has to take a long lunch.
You
I
hear?
wouldn't remember.
Oh, come on, Dice. What happened with that? Seriously.
I wasn't there.
You weren't involved. I know that.
I would have no knowledge of what went on that day.
You know, nobody tells me anything. Hey,
What do
Noodles.
you want me to tell you?
Noodles, what happened?
I work from 12 to 1 and I take an hour for lunch. That's all I could say.
I'll call Hot Tub Johnny. I'll find out.
There was
What happened? A pipe bomb?
A big explosion.
You were
and,
sitting in an apartment, your friend's apartment. Whose apartment was it? Noodles? Whose?
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't remember.
All right, you were
that.
sitting in a guy's apartment.
Well, actually, I was in the guest bedroom.
Okay. And all of a sudden, what happens? Through the window comes a pipe bomb?
Through the main window of the master bedroom, a thing came through, which turned out to be what's known today as a pipe bomb.
And it went off while you were in the apartment?
And the owner of the apartment
It's like
ran
Vietnam.
with it
Was
and
the-
threw it out the front door, and it exploded.
All right, so the owner of the apartment grabbed the pipe bomb,
Yes,
tossed it out the front door,
exactly.
and it blew up outside,
Yes,
saving everyone inside.
exactly right.
And he's a brave man because the pipe bomb could have gone off at any second.
He's a stupid man. He should have thrown it out the back window.
But Noodles,
But is that guy connected? Was this like a hit?
was it a hit?
I wouldn't know.
My client can't answer any more questions
No,
at
I mean,
this
well,
time.
what did the guy do to deserve? Did he ever figure out why someone would toss a pipe bomb in his house?
I wouldn't know.
I didn't ask you. I asked Noodles.
Noodles
I
was
wouldn't
there.
know.
All right. Boy, you guys are up to something.
See, he can't talk about.
The stuff I want to know.
Yeah.
The
Well, what's
Kurds
there
and
to
the pipe
know?
bomb. I want to know what happened.
Well, if we know
That's it.
Well,
Was
Dice,
anybody ever arrested? What happened?
Well, I was a suspect for a while.
all
I
right.
can believe that.
I don't know what's going on.
You know, just what you hear, Howard.
I haven't heard anything.
One workout, it all comes back.
The muscle has memory.
Now, where was
Slept
Hot Tub
in.
Johnny during this?
Schliffy.
Don't you think this guy was kind of brave in the sense
Yeah,
that...
that's funny. Johnny wasn't around for
Where
a few
was
days.
Johnny? You know that?
I don't know where Johnny was.
Yeah?
He might have been over there. Yeah.
Hey,
No, but what happened? In other words, when it came in, the guy said, hey, I'm going to grab this thing and throw it out. I mean, don't you... What is it, on a timer?
I think it.
I don't know. I don't deal with that stuff.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is...
I was having some of that there Tibet food.
Now, what are you saying? That it lands on the floor and all of a sudden you go, well, I would run out of the house. I wouldn't pick it up.
Exactly.
All right, listen, you guys. Everybody go buy Dice's new CD.
Banned by the FCC now.
No, that's my new CD. Crucified by the FCC. Produced by Rick Rubin.
Oh, Dice is at Madison Square Garden.
So why am I seeing all reruns now?
Because, don't even go into it. I just did a
See,
whole...
what did I tell
Oh,
you?
you could ask me questions.
I did an
but when
hour-
I come back at you with a question over there, you don't want to answer.
I did an hour explanation on it this morning. Why there are reruns. We are going back into live shows in a couple of weeks.
We
okay.
are?
Well, possibly, because I had a meeting. Do I need to explain this again? Every person I meet asks
Are you
me
going to
this.
be back on? That's all I want to know.
We don't know.
We don't know. We have
All
to
right,
decide.
well, I want to know when you know. You hear?
We're going to decide.
I hope you get it, Howard.
We're deciding what... No, we can be on tomorrow if we want to do. We're trying to work things out where the show is done.
Oh, you're going for more money.
No. All I want is more than 2 full-time people working on my show. And I don't
How
want to
many
pay
people
for it.
you need?
I need more than 2.
How many?
10.
All right, let me talk to somebody.
All right. Dice, I'll talk to you later. Noodles, thank you.
A pleasure.
Dice live at Madison Square Garden to hear the incredible show. It's all on CD right now. Parental advisory, explicit lyrics, which means a lot of good dirty stuff. Stuff about black women, fat orgasms,
I think
and handicaps and cripples. All right, Dice.
Always a good category.
Thanks for coming on, Dice.
Okay, I'll talk to you.
I'll speak to you later.
Yeah, bye.
There they go. There goes the guys.
I hear you.
I hear you. Those are the guys. Let's see if I can hear them doing anything from that satellite.
Or you're going to pretend we're gone.
Yeah.
I think they just got up and walked out.
What's wrong with that bastard asking me about the pipe bomb? I just want to hear something. That was fun.
Dave was right. He was better when he
He was. He was okay at 7:30, but why is everybody come alive at 10 when it's not my show anymore? You hear?
I hear you.
Give me your plugs, Jackie. I'm ready to pass out.
It was 4 o'clock for him.